Jute baskets have forever been in trend, and I made this almost 3 years back. Let's see how to do it now. Welcome back to my channel, Matt's World of Passion. Now, I made this during the lockdown almost 3 years back now. I bought these jute ropes locally, and I had this particular Fevicol box, which was a big one, and I thought instead of discarding it, I would reuse it as a planter. So I started doing this and I completed this entire video. Of course, at that time, I did not have a tripod. I used the table next to me to record everything that I was doing. And when I just wanted to upload this on my YouTube channel some 2 years back, my computer it just crashed and I lost a majority of all the data that I had accumulated. So after a long struggle, somehow I retrieved few files. It includes a lot of painting as well, other than this video. The Madhubani painting, the Worli, the Gondat, all those things which I had made. I'll slowly start and upload those videos as well. Okay, now here this handle which is looking not so good. I tried washing it, but I did not, the paint did not go. So I painted this with acrylic color, but I prefer you people use some spray paint, paint the handles, because otherwise, the acrylic color will not hold for a long time. And if you just notice, it is slightly peeled off, so I had to redo it. And one more thing is that you need to paint the handles even before you start um, fixing the jute rope to the box, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you to use the spray paint. So please have that on mind. And here I'm using glue gun, but again you can use Fevicol as well. Now here the base I'm not going to cover with anything, because if you want to if you use the jute rope to cover up the base, one thing, it will tilt and it will not stand stable. And the second thing, if you're using it as a pot to plant directly in this, then make holes in the bottom for the the water, the drainage holes. So I'm just keeping the base flat. Okay, now just to elevate the look of this entire planter, I'm using this particular jute rope, which is a little thin in dimension, and hence I'm taking it three circles to just highlight, because otherwise it will not be visible. But again, you can use any color of your choice, but I wanted it to have this particular color, which is black. So I chose black, and this is how it looks after a couple of circles. Now here on top again, I'm using the same pattern to cover this edge here. Now I'm doing a few tassels here. Of course, this I'm doing with wool, and this is not the jute rope, because it wouldn't give that good finish if you're using jute rope. So if you want to add any tassels, please use wool. But again, here I'm using black. Color is totally your choice. Now this Fevicol box, which I am going to use as a multi-purpose box, you will see how I utilize this in different ways towards the end of the video. Now here I'm sticking these tassels on top again to cover that slight that gap that is there. Just trying to cover it up with the tassels. And this is how it's looking. Isn't it looking pretty now? Now, wasn't this a great idea to recycle? Do mention in the comment section. Okay, so I've already started making my second jute basket, which is going to be in a star shape to keep my star succulent in it. Now here I'm making it in a different shape and a different size as well. And also the best part about this is, since you're hand making it, you can give enough space, that is the width in the base, so that you can actually keep the plate of the plant as well. Now this is the succulent that I have, which I want to keep in this jute basket. Now how do I do this? Now taking the size of this plate would be very important. You need to keep the plate on the work that you're doing. Now since it is exactly the size of the plate, you have to increase its size. If you're keeping an artificial plant, then this issue will not at all arise. But if you're keeping a live plant, then definitely you will be watering it, and the water slowly will start going from the drainage hole, and it can spoil your jute, the whole planter. So if you make the base a little big, you can easily keep the plate inside, and whenever the plate is full of water, you can remove it and discard the water and keep it back again. So it is that simple. Now here, to get the hexagonal shape, I'm slowly, after completing of course the round circle down below, here I'm slowly trying to give it that shape of, that hexagonal shape with all the corners, which is going to look very pretty and very unique, which you will never find in the market. Now you can keep doing this as long as you achieve the desired height. The height of this planter depends on the height of the pot. And again here now I'm using the acrylic color just to give that a little design on this. I'm not doing anything much here. I tried with brown color, but it was not visible, so I thought I would do it with white color so that that star shape is visible from on top, just like this. And a little designs, random designs in the side, and that's it. I've kept it very simple, but yes, you can do anything that you want to with this planter. Okay, moving on to the third planter. Now I'm using this discarded plastic box. I'll be using the lid of this box as a plate for this particular planter. Now you can make drainage holes in this box on top, and you can directly plant a live plant in this. In fact, all of us will have a lot of such plastic boxes which we wouldn't know what we are supposed to do, so you can recycle it in this amazingly interesting way, and this is going to stay with you forever. Okay, now I'm slowly making braid here with three of these jute ropes, and this is going to be my design element for this particular jute basket, which is of course very trendy these days, isn't it? And the length of this particular braid that you have made depends on the size of the box. So the bigger the box, you have to do many such braid. Otherwise, you can limit yourself. And you have to slowly start sticking this to the box from on top to the bottom. Now here I'm using Fevicol because I did not have glue stick at that time, but yes, you can do it with glue stick as well. So you can slowly start sticking it to the box like this. Now let's quickly do this part. If you people do not want to make a braid and stick it like this, you can stick the regular jute rope as well, but this will add a little different look to your space. Here again, I'm not doing this pattern at the bottom of this box like how I did in the first, the first planter, which I did with the Fevicol box. Just the similar way I'm doing with this as well. Now here in the bottom, I just felt it was too slippery, so this whole thing was not holding there. The braid was not sticking there properly, so I continued with sticking the regular jute rope. I just went on and on till I reached the bottom, but I did not cover the base. And how you want to enhance the look of this box, because on top there is a little edge, so I'll just cover this whole thing by creating this loop pattern on top, just to give that elegant look to this whole planter. And this is how it looks. You have to cut the jute rope and start sticking in this pattern after you take two circles of jute rope on top, as you can see now. So after completing all this, I noticed it was looking a little odd, the jute rope, the pattern that I had made. So I covered this whole circle of it by adding this golden ribbon and started making frills in it. Since you're making frills, you have to increase the length of the tape. As you can see now, the length is more. Otherwise, if you take the exact length of this box, you would fall short. So you take a little extra. Don't cut before you finish this. This is a very important element to your plant basket. This would enhance the look of your living room, your bedroom, and this is how beautiful it is looking. Isn't it really looking so cute? Now let me show you how I use this first plant basket in different ways. Now here you can directly, as I said, you can add soil in this box and you can directly plant any plant that you want to by making drainage holes. Now here in this case I'm keeping this planter, and now I'm using it as a side table by keeping books. You can use it as a book rack, and I've covered the top with an MDF, so it can act as a beautiful side table in your balcony area where you can sit and chill and use this to keep your stuff. Here you see a square MDF which I got cut in a round shape just to fit in this for now, and I'm using this from past 3 years and it is super cool and it serves its purpose so right. Now this planter here, which looks so pretty in its different unique shape, I'm keeping a plate here. Now if you see, I can easily keep plate there, and then this earth, pink earth succulent in this, which is looking absolutely beautiful. Now here, how you use it in another way. Now here you can keep a small tea light holder or a fairy holder in this, and those gaps, are so, I mean, this is really something that I don't think this video is making justice, but I'm telling you this when you have only the focus lights and the few lights around you. Now this is with the tube light in the home, and what you saw earlier was without the tube light and only the focus lights. It was looking so pretty. You can keep fairy lights in them, and then you can keep this pot. It elevates the whole look. So this is an added benefit in this plant holder. Now, friends, please mention in the comment section how you found this idea to be, because I've been using this all these products since 3 years, and just the way I'm showing you, I'm using it in the same way. Probably I'll upload some shots in my Instagram account. If you have not been following, please follow me there as well. Okay, now coming back to the third plant basket. Now here I'm keeping a pot in this. Now another idea to use this bigger box, which I forgot to share that time, was to keep these stuffed dolls. If you have kids at home, it can be beautifully utilized either to keep stuffed dolls, or again, as I said, the books. It can act as a book rack if you're staying in a rented apartment. So friends, I hope you've liked this video and all the ideas I've shared here. Do make these jute baskets and don't forget to tag me on my Instagram. For now, you please like this, share this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you all soon. Bye bye.